Hello all. The topic of our today's discussion is red black trees or RB trees. The very first question that arises is why red black trees? For answering this, let's revisit the binary search trees. A normal binary search tree with n nodes and having a height of log n for its basic operations take big O of log n time. However, for certain specific cases of binary search tree, like left skewed trees, right skewed trees, or even specific trees with very large heights, the basic operations approximately traverse all of the n nodes, resulting in worst case complexity of big O of n. So, for reducing this worst case complexity, various balanced search tree schemes are there that guarantee that the basic operations take big O of log n time within these worst cases. Arbitrary is one amongst them. Basically, a red black tree is a binary search tree with just one extra bit of storage per node, that is, its color. And through this color constraint, the RB tree ensures that the tree is approximately balanced throughout. So now let's get into the details of these RB tree via its properties. A red-black tree is a self-balancing binary search tree that satisfies the following 5 properties. On the right hand side, you can see a simple RB tree. And with the help of these, let's look into the detailed properties one by one. The very first property says that each and every node of the red-black tree is colored either red or black. As you can see, every node in this tree is either of red color or of black color. The second property says that the root of the RB tree is black. Here 13 is the root node and it is having a black color. The next property says that every leaf is black and do not contain data. The leaf nodes here are actually the sentinel nodes that do not possess any data and are always of black color. The fourth property says that both the children of a red node are black. Say, for example, here 6 is the red node and its children are of black color. Similarly, 17 is the red node and its children are of black color. So, with the help of this property, we can say that there will never be the case where two consecutive red nodes can be encountered within the entire red-black tree. Otherwise, this property will be violated. Now let's look into the fifth property, that is the last one, which says for each node, all the paths from the node to the descendant leaves contain the same number of black nodes. Remember, it says for each node. So every node of the RB tree is bound to follow this property. Say if we take the example of 6, on the left hand side it is having one black node. Similarly on right hand side it is having one black node. For 11, again it is having one black node on the left, one black node on the right. For 13, we can say it is having two black nodes on the left and two black nodes on its right. So this finishes the properties. So now let's look into the other details of RB trees. It allows all operations in big O of log n time, where n represents the total number of nodes present in the tree. Now let us introduce you to the concept of black height. Black height represents the number of black nodes on any simple path from a node X to a leaf, but not including X. That is, the node under consideration is not included in calculating the black height. Now let us revisit the same example. For calculating the black height of this tree, then we need to consider the root node. Since it is under consideration, so we will not be including it while calculating the black height. So descending towards its left and right pathways, on every path we can see only two black nodes. So that's why we can say that the black height of this complete tree is 2. Now, the restriction on node colors ensures two results. First, the path from the root to the farthest leaf is no more than twice as long as the path from the root to the nearest leaf. The second result follows is the tree is approximately height balanced. At most height is 2 into log n plus 1. Now let's discuss them in detail along with proofs one by one. Before going for the first result proof, let me introduce to the representation. Here, whenever there will be two unfilled circles, that will represent a red node, and the filled circles will represent black nodes. A triangle represents a subtree whose contents are unrevealed but is bound to follow the properties of arbitrary. While considering the black height of any node x, the shortest path can only have consecutive black nodes. Say for example, consider this tree of black height 2. So when we are considering the node 17, in the shortest path, we can only have two black nodes because deletion of any of the black node will violate the property of same black height across all paths. Whereas when we talk about the longest path from X to a leaf, we can only think of alternate red and black nodes, and that will be equal to twice of BHX, that is twice of black height of X. Let's understand this with the help of an example again. Consider this path 17, 25, 22 and 24. It is having an alternative combination of red and black nodes, and this path is having again black height of 2. Addition of any further black node will result in violation of property of black height, whereas addition of any other red node will also lead to the property violation, as there cannot be two consecutive red nodes. So that's why this follows the result, that is, in a red black tree, no path from a node X to a leaf is more than twice as long as the other path from X to a leaf. Now let's proceed towards the second result. Here we need to prove that a red black tree with n internal nodes has height at most 2 log n plus 1. For this, firstly we need to prove by induction that subtree rooted at node x has at least 2 raised to the power bhx minus 1 internal nodes, where bhx represents the black height. Now assume there is an empty RB tree with root pointing to the nil node, that is a leaf. For this, black height will be 0, and putting the black height as 0 in the above equation, it results in a value of 0, which states that when x is a leaf, number of internal nodes is 0. Now let's generalize this concept for an internal node x with a positive black height bhx and having two children as x1 and x2. As per the arbitrary black height property, this must hold true for x1 as well as x2. However, it depends on the color of node x1 and x2. For example, if x1 is of red color, then it will not contribute to the black height of its parent and will result in a black height that is equal to its parent, that is BHX. Let us consider another case where we assume x2 to be of black color. Since it contributes to the black height of its parent, so the subtree rooted at x2 will have one black height less than its parent and will be equal to BHX minus 1. So we can say that both the trees with x1 and x2 will have at least 2 raised to the power BHX minus 1 and minus 1 internal nodes. Similarly, for x, we can say that it will have 1 plus 2 raised to the power BHX minus 1 and minus 1 plus 2 raised to the power BHX minus 1 internal nodes at least. That equates out to be 2 raised to the power BHX minus 1 internal nodes. Now, for completing this proof, let's find out the relation between the actual height of the RB tree, that is H, and black height of the tree, that is BHX. As per the property 4, at least half of the nodes on any single path from the root to the leaf, not including the root, must be black. So consequently, the black height of the root must be at least h by 2. So the equation becomes n is greater than equal to 2 raised to the power h by 2 minus 1. And further solving it, we get n plus 1 is greater than equal to 2 raised to the power h by 2. Taking logarithms on both sides, thus we have proved that RB tree with n internal nodes has height of at most 2 log n plus 1. Considering its utility, RB trees have wide range of applications ranging from computational geometry, completely fair scheduler in Linux kernels, functional programming, which is used to construct associative arrays and sets, and even it is used in collection hash maps of Java version 8. Further, slight modifications and simpler versions like left-leaning RB trees, Tango trees, etc. are existing within the literature that are specifically used for optimizing the searching operations. This is the reference resource. For diving deeper into this topic, you can go through this. Thank you.